Hello there, and welcome back to Realm of the Romans. Last time we made some progress. We currently know that Portugal is reduced to its islands, and we also know that they're most likely colonizing. So what's basically on the agenda here is, of course, getting rid of, Castile. It will take 15 more years before we can do that. Aragon, of course, also now a target since they betrayed us, so to speak, or we betrayed them, doesn't really matter. And we also managed to get a new vassal here in Armagnac, so we're definitely going to be using them against the French. The truce there ends in 85, meaning that we have 3 more years before we will be fighting France again. And of course we definitely want to start messing with England. So I think it's about time that I start focusing on potentially building a bigger transport fleet, possibly upgrading it to a simple 24,000. And the reason for that is really simple. And what I mean by upgrading it to 24,000 is that we're going to upgrade the transport fleet so I can take 24,000 men, which means that I need 7 more ships. It's not a big upgrade per se, but it should be more than enough to keep everything running smoothly. That's 7 ships, that should be enough then. Yep. So while we wait, don't want to do anything in the eastern lands. I don't think so, to be perfectly honest. I could go for wars, but coalition-wise, probably not the best idea ever. I could get rid of the Pope. That I could do. I'm actually tempted to do so because it would clean up my borders a little bit, and it's not really a high-cost province. So let's just go ahead here. Let's declare war on Avignon, and let's just master this mercenary army here to deal with Mr. Popey. Or yeah, deal with Mr. Popey. Let's just go with that. But anyways, I might have to help Granada here. They have some peasants. I think they will be able to handle them on their own, but I might have to just step quickly in. Shouldn't be a problem. And again, yeah, I kind of want to just have a few years of peace to reduce the war exhaustion more so than anything else. That should make things also a little bit easier in the future. That is. So we'll have to see what we do there. And just because I'm feeling that I've forgotten to... No, I can't build any of these buildings, so that's good. But with that said, I'll just wait. I'll allow the siege of Avignon to run its merry course, if you will. And I'll be back very soon, where we'll most likely start a war with France that hopefully will end in, the beginning of an invasion here of the English mainland, if you will. We'll just have to see how that goes. We'll do a upgrade here, indirect rule. Yes, nationalism -10. That will be very good for when I conquer lands. Make it a lot more peaceful and, well, effective to conquer. So again, I'll just sit back and allow, everything to just run its course. The Pope just insulted us, so this just proves that we were in the right all along. And I'll wait to take basic financial instruments until after I've actually conquered the Pope. I'm also considering if I need to upgrade my fleet before an encounter with the English here, but I think we should be fine. Sorry, there we go. Total navies. As you can see, we're in 2nd place. England is all the way down here. They should easily be overrun, or the navy should, even though they look kind of weird. I'm also very tempted here to just try and go for a vassalization of Scotland. It should not be possible, unfortunately. They have a little bit too high base tax still. It's also noted that Norway could potentially become a colonizer here, but since they're under Denmark, I see that still as rather unlikely. And they've only taken 2 ideas so far, so it should be fine, unless I'm completely remembering Norwegian ideas wrongly. But anyways, the only real concern is just take Iceland and also the islands here, and then Norway won't really be able to do much in terms of colonizing. A bigger threat in that regard is actually Muscovy and going eastwards, because we're going to, again, I'm going to have a tough time in Europe just consolidating the land more so, and then we'll have to see what we'll do. But as I said, next idea set will be exploration. I have no idea what it's actually called. I think it's exploration. Yeah, the exploration ideas, because you actually need that as a random nation, because as I've said before, you do not actually get any bonuses from how should I put this? You do not get any benefits or bonuses or anything of the sort from just simply being No, sorry, let me just rephrase that. Let me just start. Went out on town and then not really thinking. You do not discover land automatically, as you would as any other nation, which is of course a pain in the ass. But it's just how things are, and we'll deal with that as it comes. Anyways, we'll wait a couple of years now, and then we'll go after France. Judging by aggressive expansion, I am expecting a coalition here very, very soon. Burgundy, they do actually still have, I believe, no, they want to destroy me now, so I'll probably join a coalition as soon as their war with France is over. But other than that, as you can see, there's not actually too much, well, pissed people in the Holy Roman Empire itself, and I think that's probably because I'm a member and I'm fighting in the area here. So hopefully I can keep this up without, well, getting trashed. We'll just see how that goes. I can now do an upgrade to diplomatic tank, base financial instruments, 5th tank, trade efficiency increased by 10, as well as trade range by 20. A fairly alright update. I don't think I want to start converting anything right now. Again, we're not really too strong on the conversion aspect, so I'm going to be reliant on vassals for a very long time. Andalusian Patriots with Granadan. They want to go over to Granada. That's wonderful. Can I support said bastards? Support rebels, the Andalusian Patriots. We're going to support them with 11 a month? Yeah, sure. We'll help. We'll support the rebels, and hopefully here it could, well, bring up unrest, I was hoping for. But recent uprising is stopping that, friendly troops as well. But if I am lucky enough to get a second revolt here, then basically Castile is out of the picture. Because Castile cannot be, well, they won't be able to do anything. And Portugal has Fraticelli heretics, they can't block them out either. Everything is going really well here. Military Tech 8, the pike and shot. Military tactics plus 0.25, combat width increased by 1, infantry fire by 0.25, and cavalry shock by a whole point, as well as building. I can now build training fields and a march. I'll probably not do either per se, but it's a fairly alright setup. And as I said, I'll just wait here until the truce with France is up, which is well, February next year. So let's just speed along until then. There we go, our truce with France has ended. Same for all of the vassals, of course, and with this we're going to start that war. The Andalusian Patriots aren't really favoring me anymore, and the reason is very, very simple. I stopped supporting them, so I would have a free diplomat to declare war for Perigord. And luckily enough, this is not actually my casus belli, which makes things a little bit interesting, because I almost screwed myself, well, really harshly there. Burgundy is also still a very tempting target to try and vassalize. They still have a lot of cores, but they've lost some. But again, they're kind of tempting to try and vassalize, but the base tax is just too high in these 3 provinces alone. And then you add the scattered lands that they, well, still have, and then impossible. But we'll go after France, and the goal will be to take Perigord. And again, the allies of Trier and Flanders are not scary at all. Also, I have a 16,000 man army heading down to the tip of Portugal. The reason is rather simple. There's a mean little army there that I do not like, and we need to deal with that. So, with that said, we're just going to try and do this the best we can. As you can see, our enemy do actually have 50,000 troops, so they are, to some degree, troublemakers. They could be troublemakers, so I have to be careful here and not screw myself over in these or with these initial moves. So I think we're actually going to try and do a offensive rather early here against the 18,000 man stack that is stationed here. And the reason why I want to do that early is because we have superior tech, which should be, as you can see here, more than capable of actually doing said offensive with a lot of success, and we did. So that is of course wonderful. And if these guys now actually split up their armies, that would also be just great. So for the time being, I'll just try and hunt down smaller French armies, just destroy their manpower more than anything else. And that should probably, in the long run here, be enough. We'll just do the regular tactic here, slowly but surely make our way inland. And that should actually, again here, just give me everything I need to get a victory in this war. Of course, there's actually a bigger army now incoming, which is a problem per se, but it should not be too much of a concern. The only real concern is, of course, that these armies get get cornered, but it seems like that is not going to be the case. They're actually going for Languedoc, and my subjects have to pay a little bit extra taxes, if you will. But yeah, this works. We have a we have already done a siege, which is wonderful, and I am going to just move these well, mercs up here. It's kind of risky to have that larger group of mercs unattended, if you will, because things can quickly go sour here. Now, I think they're actually going to, as you can see, they're actually going to Perigord, and they are going to get hit there. Now, why don't we upgrade our armies a little bit? We'll go for next idea set because we can. Land force military modifier plus 30%, thanks to the Roman ideas that I created, and accepted culture threshold minus 50%. A lot of more people will be happy with me now, more so than before. We should probably also consider hiring a general. Our heir is not the greatest per se. We need diplomatic power, so why don't we check out just how good of a military leader the heir would be. 334, that's actually quite alright. But we are ahead in military tech, and we don't really need any military. We won't take any military ideas anytime soon, so we might as well recruit a general as well. There we got a 343. So I think we'll use this, or the heir, as a backup army general, and we'll use this guy as the proper general. And that was actually enough here to stop these guys from marching on us. Unfortunately, I don't know if I want to try and march up there and help, but I could always try. And also, as you did notice there, thanks to plus 50% to the accepted culture threshold, we got another bonus, and that bonus was really simple but really powerful. And that is that both Sicilian and Umbrian culture are now accepted. Basically, the region will give me more money for existing solely, and that is of course really good. Now we'll just continue, as I said here, slowly but surely making our way through, because as you can see of that battle, our armies are quite definitely a little stronger than the French ones. We don't really need to worry here. The only thing I really am trying to do is just drive up the French war exhaustion, and slowly moving forward is actually doing a really good job of that. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the future of this war. It should more or less be straightforward. The Andalusian Patriots still hasn't been beaten, so I would presume Granada here will get 4 more provinces for free, which is wonderful. And I did say that we would not discover land, but it seems like they might have fixed that probably really well not too long ago, and that is wonderful because that means I could potentially go for military idea next. I'll just have to wait a little bit longer and see, but I did at least discover some land here. I have to do a little bit of research, see if it's just for the new world, and unfortunately by letting time pass here I almost got myself screwed. But luckily here it seems like we had someone helping. Or did we? No, there was just a plain 3,000 man army there that actually managed to hold off a 15,000 one. So yeah, the Roman military ideas that I've set up here are basically a military powerhouse. Hands down, a military powerhouse that can't be beaten. And interestingly enough here, I'm pretty sure that Berry and Anjou here is basically the only real area that the French here can actually attack me from. So as long as I keep this area safe, I should be perfectly fine. And also, as you can see, Croatia and Armagnac, as well as Leon, is actually making a really good job at pressing forward. So that's nice. The goal for this war is actually fairly simple: grow Armagnac and potentially take Dauphine for myself, depending on war score, etc. And take Corks. Now, the reason why I want to take Corks is really simple. I want that for the sole purpose of being able to fabricate a claim on the English, and from there I could go after Portugal, taking their islands. Of course, if they've already started colonizing, which is kind of hard to see, that might not matter, but we'll figure that out very soon. Anyways, we're going to end it here, and we're going to finish up the war next time. Bye.